Hello, welcome to another edition of Quick Reads. Black folks, why do you choose ignorance over truth? Why do you hate your own hair? Why do you pretend to be something that you are not? Why does the truth hurt so much? I want to show you who you are. Why does it hurt so much to see who you are, to know who you are? If you are a defeated people, why pretend not to be a defeated people? The whites defeated the blacks, overpowered, conquered, and enslaved us. Today we are the descendants of slaves. And why does that hurt so much? When you have so much, you have opportunity to make gainful income, to live a good life, but you choose to be ignorant, to be lazy, and to make a bunch of excuses for everything, just excuse after excuse for bad decisions that you're making. And it's so many excuses. Anyway, this is my website, buyquickreads.com. And I've created these little books called Quick Reads. They're just little books, little stories, just stories about things that we do, things that black people do. And then after we do them, we lie and say we didn't do them. Like the way that we treat one another, very, very bad. We mistreat one another and then run out and claim that we're being mistreated and we're victims. And I'm just trying to figure out, how can you be a victim when you have so much? You have all this privilege and advantage, and but you get caught up in a situation where someone is blocking you, which is the black people are the ones blocking the black people. It's not, in my experience, it's not white people blocking black people. It's usually going to be a black adult around the house, a black adult around the neighborhood that's preaching against everything that we're learning, what you may be learning in school, or what the rules are on a job. Like if you know the rules on a job, or do not use drugs because you're going to have drug tests. But you got these black adults out here trying to convince you to use drugs and coming up with all kind of reasons why you should be like them and use drugs, so that you can lose your job. One of the stories that I have here is called "They Are the Ones." Lazy, no good cowards. Meet Harry. Harry is black. Meet Tyrone. Tyrone is black. Harry and Tyrone are no good, troublemaking cowards. They hate all black people. They have no skills and are too lazy to work. So they target every black person with a job. So get a good look at Harry and Tyrone. They're black guys that are around the neighborhood, up in the park. And they're just some no good, lazy bums. But they have the ear of the younger generation who's looking up and listening to this nonsense that these guys are sitting up in the park smoking dope and they're gambling and drinking beer, and these two fools are talking, and the younger guys are listening to this bull crap. So they lack courage for a one-on-one fight. They lack courage for a one-on-one fist fight. Instead, they need guns. They're the ones burglarizing. They are the ones burglarizing black people's homes. They are the ones killing black people. So yeah, see, these are the bad guys. It's not the police. It's not the white man. These are the bad guys. Right here. Harry and Tyrone. They are the ones. Lazy, no good cowards. So yeah, that's what Quick Reads are all about. The first series is out, volumes 1 through 10. They're $25 a set. The purpose of the books are to be set out on the table, and so that anyone can read them. And the purpose is to learn not to do these things. Not to do what lazy, no good blacks are doing. And you always hear this excuse, well, we ain't the only ones. Whites do it too. Whites do it too. Chinese but if you look at these other groups of people, like the Mexicans, they're all working together. They have teamwork. They can get up on a roof and complete that mission. Black folks ain't got no teamwork. It's just hate, 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 hate. Blacks hate blacks. That's why they call each other the N-word and the B-word. Because they hate each other. They're fighting one another. If it's one-on-one fight, then they'll all jump in and fight one black person. So it's not no teamwork, man. It's hate. It's hate. And we're showing the hate and teaching the hate to the little kids. And always want to come around here talking about Black Lives Matter and the police are killing us, and look at statistics, and these statistics show that it's going to be black kids not going to make it to adulthood because the police is going to kill them. That's a bunch of bull crap. Blacks are going to kill them. The blacks are going to kill each other. If it wasn't for the police, the blacks would run us over. Take everything you got. They're so jealous of one another. The black girls running around and think they can own a black man, think they can own a person like you own a car or something, living in some kind of fantasy, some kind of make-believe world that you can own a man. And now all these black girls are getting in the streets and fighting each other over a man that neither one of them can own. If you're against slavery, how can you sit up there and say that you can own a man? That's crazy. Black girls don't even like their hair. Run around, got weave on 24/7. Because blacks call one another ugly and bitches and hoes and niggas and so, but the only way that can stop the ignorance is you have to recognize the ignorance and stop teaching that ignorance. I was one of the best teachers of ignorance. I taught it for a long time. That's why I'm trying to teach people not to be like me, not to go down that path. You don't have to be a damn fool. They have schools, and you can learn and choose a winning mindset. You need to buy these books for your kids. You need to buy these books for yourself so you can look at yourself and become sick and tired of your bullshit. That's what they say in church. You have to die to yourself. And that's what you black folks need to do. You need to die to yourself because you're horrible. You're horrible, lying ass people. I know you. I taught you that shit. Smoking dope and drinking and lying and hating on everybody. How the hell are you gonna go to a job interview and stage a protest in the middle of the interview? That's just crazy. You're in America, you have everything. But you need to stop trying to get over and get a job. Stop trying to be slick. How are you gonna go to work and try not to work all day? But you have to start somewhere. So you have to look in the mirror and become sick of yourself. That's what I'm trying to show you all in these books, is yourselves. I'm trying to show you just how horrible you are. It's just that simple. You're mean, unfriendly, and unpleasant. And you promote that bullshit. You curse out the kids. You smoke dope in front of the kids. You fight one another in front of the kids, and they're learning that. They're looking right up in your face while you're sitting on the phone calling one another bitches and hoes and niggas. And so you're teaching that ignorance to the next generation of kids. And that cycle's just continuing. And it's just continuing. And you're putting weave in those kids, in the baby kids, in their hair, teaching them to hate their hair, teaching them all kind of fairy tales, things that aren't real. And what's this infatuation with children's movies that you have? You go in and watch children's movies and trying to live in a fantasy. Go to my website, buyquickreads.com. Order that first set of quick reads so that I can get the next series out. I got a whole warehouse of these books that has to be sold before we can get to series 2. So basically, you guys, you have to get sick of yourself. If you keep loving being evil, nasty, and ugly, then we can't end this problem. Things can't get better. Thank you.